internet, my name is Lave, and this week I watched a film which has had so much buzz around it. Honestly, movie reviewers and the movie community has been going absolutely la for Gaga Land. Now, I have to confess, I'm not the biggest fan of musicals, and because of all of the hype surrounding this film, I was a little bit cynical going in, but I have to say, I really enjoyed it. So this film stars Emma Stone as a struggling actress working as a waitress in a coffee shop on the Warner Brothers lot in between multiple and unsuccessful auditions. Along the way, she meets a jazz-loving piano player who's also struggling, played by Ryan Gosling, and the two fall in love. So forgetting about the dance and musical routines, ultimately this film is a love story between these two who are both extremely passionate and committed to their arts, and indeed their mutual passion for their arts helps them fall in love, but it also inspires them to keep chasing their dream. But what I really like about this film is that it also explores the consequences of these passions and the sacrifices that they have to make to achieve their dreams. Now, I've seen a lot of reviews and critics saying that the chemistry between the two falls a bit flat, but I completely disagree. I was completely on board and totally bought their relationship. I particularly like the early scenes when they kept bumping into each other. It was surprisingly funny for me. There were some really laugh out loud moments, and it also includes an on point cameo from J.K. Simmons. Great stuff. Now, I do have to say that I wasn't completely blown away with their vocals in this film. I'm not saying that they're bad, but I didn't walk out of the cinema thinking, whoa, Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone can sing. They can carry a tune, but they weren't great. But it is obvious that both were extremely committed to their roles. I genuinely believe that Ryan Gosling is a master piano player. Apparently he practiced for 3 months in preparation for this role, and it definitely shows. And Emma Stone is such a fantastic actress. What I love is that you get to see her rehearsing for one of her auditions, and then you see her in that audition. It's such a great performance. Some of the nuances that she gets across, I honestly was sitting there thinking, if she doesn't get the part in that film, that's bullshit. As I say, I thought both were really good in this film, and I'm not entirely sure what the critics are saying when they say they didn't have chemistry. I thought they did. But overall, I really do think that this film succeeds as a romantic drama without the musical and dance routines, but obviously it is a musical, and I have to say I was really very impressed with the choreography, not just the dance choreography, which is fantastic and fun, but the craftsmanship that has gone into some of the shots that they achieved is absolutely breathtaking. It's full of seamless, long, uncut takes, which are absolutely gorgeous. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the director of this film, Damien Chazelle, likes jazz. Yep, I saw Whiplash and this and put 2 and 2 together. Genius, I know. All joking aside, if you've seen both films, it's very clear that he loves jazz, but it's very clear from La La Land that he loves the musical genre, and he's filled it with loads of shout outs and tributes to other films. As I say, I'm not the biggest fan of musicals, so I'm sure a lot of them went over my head, but I did see elements of Grease and in particular Singing in the Rain. But what I do find remarkable is that Chazelle has created a contemporary version of those, but still it feels like a classic. It's really weird because it is a musical and it often has dreamlike sequences, but overall it still feels like it's all set in a grounded real world. Now, some might argue, and I think they are, that the overall narrative isn't very original and is a bit copy and paste from all of the other musicals from before it, but I can't really fault it for that because I think it's deliberate. This is a love letter to those films. And I will say that this film wraps up with a really fantastic sequence, which I really did enjoy, but I think it was meant to pull at the heartstrings more. But then I'm judging this off the back of seeing films like A Monster Calls and Manchester by the Sea, where I was properly crying, whereas in this I was a bit like, eh. So that's my thoughts on LA Land, and pause the video if you want to take a closer look at my enjoyment tracker now. Overall, I did really enjoy this film, perhaps not as much as other people have. Is the hype warranted? That's debatable. I think if you like musicals, then you will love this. I think if you're not sure on musicals, then give it a shot. I think it is a film for people who don't really like musicals, like me. Damien Chazelle is a fantastic director. As much as I like this, I loved Whiplash way more. I think his next challenge will be doing a film which doesn't have music or jazz as a focal point. If he can do another film without that but still inject the same amount of creativity and passion, then he's going to be one of the greats. So thanks very much for watching my review of La La Land. I really do appreciate it. If you've seen it, tell me what you thought about it in the comments. If you want to support this channel, you can do so by hitting that like button and by sharing the Lave. Yeah, not the biggest fan of musicals, but that doesn't mean I can't bust a move. Subscribe.